In this tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to sew this summer bralette gown you are seeing right here. It has a rope crossing all over from the bralette to the back piece, and it has gathers on the down part. This is another color of it, so you can make it short, you can make it long. It all depends on what you actually want. You can attach a pocket to it, you can also leave it without a pocket. This is what I got right here. You can see how beautiful this bralette gown looks right here. This is the front piece and this is the back piece. The back piece has a zipper, as you can see. So here is the zipper and this is the rope. So you take the rope from the bralette and cross it to the back and then bring it back to the front and tie. From the front you can take it back again. So let's dive into this tutorial. Thank you. Fabric is Ankara. I used 2.5 yards of Ankara fabric. So I'll be sharing with you the tips and tricks to making this bralette gown with 2.5 yards of Ankara fabric, and you get it perfectly the way you see it right there on the thumbnail and on the video. I'm opening up my Ankara fabric right. Here is the 45 inches length of Ankara, and this is the 2.5 yards of Ankara fabric. So I'll fold the 2.5 yards to meet the down part. You are going to fold it into 2 equal parts. We are going to cut out right now. We are going to cut out, separate it into 2 equal parts. I will keep one of the parts, and then we use the other for the upper piece. Here we are going to start, we'll use this for the gathered part. That is what I mean. One of them will be for the down part, so I'll set it aside, and then we are going to bring the other half to cut the bralette, the band and the rope. From one end, just go ahead and measure 54 inches. So 54 inches is the length of the rope. Okay, it's 54 inches, which is just 1.5. So I'm going to mark it and separate it. So the 54 inches we cut out from the other half, we are going to fold it into 2, and then we are going to mark out the belt. We actually have 4 belts for this project. So once you fold it, the belt width is 5 inches. So I'm going to mark 5 inches, 5 inches. So since I folded into 2, I'll be having two pieces for each. So right here, 5 inches I'm marking will give me 4 belts. I believe you understand. Width of the belt is 5 inches and the length is 54 inches, which is 1.5. I'll go ahead and cut it out. This is 2 pieces, and I'll cut the other out, making it another piece. So here you can see the belts are ready, and we will also set them aside. Next, we want to start cutting out the bralette. So from the other piece that is remaining, I'm going to cut the bralette. This is how you are going to fold your bralette. You are going to fold it at 9 inches. You fold at 9 inches. If you're on a very plus size, fold at 10 inches. If you're on a very plus size, fold at 10 or 11 inches. If you're on a very small size, fold at 7 inches. If you're on standard size, 9 inches. So after folding the 9 inches, I folded it again 9 inches. So it's going to be a square of 9 inches, 9 inches. If you're on a smaller size, you are going to fold 7 inches, 7 inches, just like that. So I'm marking 9 inches right now, and I'll go ahead to make a square of this bralette. So I'm cutting it out right now. I folded 4 times at 9 by 9 inches. So this 9 by 9 inches is taken from the mid chest line to the under bust. That is how I got this measurement, from your mid chest line to the under bust. Right here I have 4 pieces folded. So you are going to fold it like a triangle, then iron it out. You fold like a triangle like this, then you iron it out. After ironing it out, you pick up the other tail and fold it to the other side. Just watch what I'm doing. Follow the folding. Then you are going to cut it out. Cut that other small triangle out, and this is what you are going to have. I'll go ahead and blend up that pointy part. So you place your pattern ruler and blend that pointy part out. It's not going to be part of this bralette. I'll go ahead and chop it off. So here I have 4 pieces bralette for the 2 busts and the lining. I'll begin to open them up accordingly. You just tear them anywhere that has folded part, just keep cutting it out like that. So at the end of the day, we'll have 4 pieces. Here are my 4 pieces. I'm going to mark the wrong sides. So you just go ahead and mark their wrong sides accordingly. Then I'm going to also hairstay the part that will be the main part, that is the front piece. The lining I did not hairstay. After hairstaying the main part, you sew at 1/2 inch. I'm done sewing all the pieces. I'll come up with my tailor's ham right now, open up the seams and give them a good press. Iron it very well so it forms the bust for us, and that is exactly what I'm doing right there. I'm going to do this for the rest of them. So I iron the front piece just like you iron your bust here. Here I have all the pieces well ironed, both lining and the fabric part that was hairsted. The next we want to do now is to put them together. So you are going to put lining and fabric together, wrong side to wrong side. Will kiss each other. Then you go ahead and secure with your pins and stitch. So right here I'm done stitching the both of them. So this is what we got for the bralette. Next, you are going to take the measurement of this bralette. Of course, it will give you that 9 inches, which we folded. If you're on a small size, it will give you 7 inches. If you're on a large or plus size, it will give you 10 to 11 inches. I went ahead and brought the rope, the 4 pieces rope. I will show you how you are going to sew your rope right now. First, you are going to fold this rope like this, the belt. You fold it and take the measurement of what you got on the side of the bralette. Mine is 9 inches. Next, you are going to stitch 1/2 inch from the 9 inches all the way down. So when you get to the end of it, you are going to stitch it like a belt. Okay, we'll stitch it like a belt. Then we are going to leave this part open. That is how I'm going to sew the rest of them. So here I am done sewing, and I'm going to make a notch, just 1/2 inch notch from that part I left open. After that, we are going to turn it to the right side. So I'm turning it to the right side, as you can see now. I will just turn it like a belt all the way down. So here is what I got after I'm done turning. Let's go ahead and iron it very nicely. So I want you to pay attention to that part that we did not stitch. You will go ahead and fold in the 1/2 inch. I'll fold it like this and iron, and then fold the other piece and iron too. So that is how you are going to tuck it in and iron. I'm going to use this method to iron the rest of them now. The pieces are ready. I ironed it in the same manner. So we'll just go ahead and pick 2 for one bralette, 2 for the other bralette. So this is the 2 I picked for one bralette. You are going to pick up the pointy part of the bralette, insert it inside one of the belts like this, secure with your pin. So just go ahead and pin it in a way you can stitch on top of it. Then I'll pick up this other one and also tuck it in like this. Go ahead and secure with your pins as well. So after pinning, we'll go over to the machine to top stitch. As for the top stitching, we will just top stitch at the front alone, and it will also reflect at the back too. Go ahead and trim off the excesses you have. So after trimming off these excesses, we are going to overlap one on the other. You just overlap one on the other and then secure with your pin. I'll go over to the machine now to stitch on it accordingly. So after stitching, this is what I got. The upper piece is ready right now. We'll now go over, pick up the remaining pieces which we cut from that bralette. We are going to use it to cut out the band. Right here, I placed it on fold. First, you are going to mark 1.5 inches on the upper piece. Then you rule your line across. Next, you are going to place your under bust measurement. The under bust measurement I'm using is 14 inches. I will mark my waist measurement. Add 1/2 inch to your waist from that your under bust. So I marked at 17.5, okay, while I place my tape on the 14 inches line. Then I'm going to rule my line across. Next, this is the center front. You are going to take 2.5 inches and then blend it up like an empire waistline. So you can see what I did right here. Then on the waistline, you take your waist divide by 4, then add 1 inch for your seam allowance and rule a straight line across it like that. So this is the front piece. I'll go ahead and cut out the front piece accordingly. Then I'm going to add 1/2 inch on the upper piece for stitching to the bralette to the empire waist. So this is what I got for the front. I'm going to cut a lining for it. So this is how it will look like. But meanwhile, we'll bring back the fabric and cut the back piece. So on the open part of the back band, you are going to measure 1 inch for your seam allowance. So if you're on a bigger size, you can turn this fabric the other way on the lengthwise, so it will be enough for you. So I mark 1 inch there, and I'm going to mark 1/2 inch on the upper part. That is for stitching allowance. Next, I will place my 14 inches under bust measurement and still take that 17.5, which is my waistline. I'm going to take my waist circumference divide by 4 and add 1 inch. Then I'm going to cut it out. So this is for the back piece right now. Go ahead and open it up because it's going to have a zipper and we'll separate it. So I'll make a notch at the 1 inch zip allowance. Then I will go ahead and cut the lining for these both bands. After cutting out their linings, I made notches on the zipper allowance for the back. Now we'll bring back the bralettes and we are going to shaping these bralettes to have the shape of that empire waist. So you put your bralette together the way it overlaps and then place it on top of it like this. So you have to align the straight part. Make sure the straight part is aligning the straight part of the bralette. Then we are going to trace that empire waist part. Just go ahead and trace it like this. You can see, just to have that shape. Now I will go ahead and reduce to add 1/2 inch for seam allowance. That's all. Now we are going to sew fabric to fabric right now. So I'm going to place the fabric part right side to right side, get the midpoint and get the midpoint of the bralette too. We are going to secure with our pin at the center front. Then we are going to stitch all the way from the center front to the ends of it. After stitching, this is what I got. So we are going to place right side to right side of the lining too. But before that, you have to also make notch. I'm getting the center front so it aligns very well. So I'm going to place the right side on it and secure with my pin and stitch. After stitching, this is what I got right here. You can see everything looks beautiful and nice here. So the next we are going to do is to prepare the back piece. So we'll go ahead and bring back the back piece. This is the back piece, and you can see the zipper notch. So I'll place them right side to right side to the lining. So you place right side to right side. We are going to stitch the upper part with 1/2 inch. After stitching, I'll flip all my seams to the lining and top stitch, and also give it a good press. This is what I got after I'm done top stitching for the both of them. The next thing we are going to do now is to place them. This is the zipper allowance. Okay, so I looked at the notch I made on the inside. That is the zipper part. So I'll bring back the front piece, and we are going to place it right side to right side. The band will be placed right side to right side. I'll pick up the front piece and wrap it up with the lining of the back piece like this. And I'm going to shaping it. I'm going to shaping my seam allowance, just that 1 inch. I am done stitching the 1 inch, so I turned it to the right side. You can see the clean finishing I have there. So the upper piece is ready. We are going to stitch the down piece. So you can just place a stitch to hold the lining and the fabric together before sewing the down piece. Bring back the first half that we cut and gather it into this waistline. So here I am done gathering. I'm going to place it on top of it like this and stitch with 1/2 inch to the end. I've attached the gathered parts. Now we are going to put it together. I'm going to sew my zip. So I'm just sewing a short zip to this dress. Just mark the point of the zip, then close down with 1 inch. I'll go ahead and stitch my zip. Here I am done sewing my zip. If you want to attach a pocket on the side, just tear it into half and add your pocket, but I didn't sew any pocket. So next I'm going to twist the belt. So you twist the belt as long as you want it to be twisted. If you want to twist it on the front piece, just stop at the front. If you want to continue twisting to the back, no problem. Anyhow you want to tie this belt, there's no problem. So here I'm twisting all the way you saw it at the beginning of this video. So after twisting, you are going to cross it from the bralette to the back, take it to the front. Thanks for watching. Bye.